Hey guys, I'm Big Kev, and this is Ark Survival Evolved on the PS4. So, real quick, I just want to go over something. I'm not shutting down my 7 Days to Die game. I'm just going to cut back so I can add this to my list of games I'm going to be playing. Probably going to do this 2 or 3 days a week, and the rest will be 7 Days to Die like usual. Basically, this game's another survival game, similar to 7 Days to Die, but at the same time, it's a lot different. It's similar in the effect that it is a survival crafting game, and it's different in the fact that the crafting is a lot more in-depth, and you'll see some of that. Now, what I've done is I've basically hosted a multiplayer online. It's not a dedicated server. We'll talk about that more later. To host a dedicated server, you basically have to have 2 PlayStation 4s. And you have to sacrifice one just to be the server because it can't handle being the server and you playing. Now, I wanted to do the multiplayer just in case I invite anybody to play. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I may. We'll see. Now, the menus for that, when you do that, even if you play a single-player local game, a lot more options than you're probably used to, but we'll go over that another day. So we're going to start South Zone 3 Easy. Now basically this is a location in the map, and the different locations coincide with different difficulties. And this map, I believe they said it's about 45 square kilometers, I believe, something like that, and 36 of it I think is actually land, something to that effect. But we're gonna go ahead and get into this. This is just my default guy. I'm not gonna change him, but there's a lot you can do. You can make him look really any way you want. But we're gonna go ahead and fire this up. And we're going to wake up somewhere on the map. So first things first, like most survival crafting games, you're going to want to grind a little bit at first. Now, most of these dinosaurs aren't going to be too aggressive, especially in the easy zone. But you will eventually run across raptors and whatnot, and really just a little bit of everything. So with bare hands, you walk up to plants, you press triangle, and you'll harvest. And you can see at the top of the screen, I'm getting berries, fiber, there's a couple different types of berries. There's a tree there, so it's not letting me grab it. And just like any survival crafting game, we're going to punch some trees. So we need to get some wood here, and then we're going to start crafting. No wood from that. Okay. Now this actually does, when you punch the trees, it actually does take your health down. There we go. 1 piece of wood. Okay, so we press circle to bring up the menu. Now, this is your inventory. Everything in your inventory will be here. Now, if you press R1 or highlight craftables, this is the equivalent of your blueprints. So you can see the difference in the color between the torch and the stone pick. The stone pick we can craft. That basically means we have everything we need to be able to craft it. And if you just hover over an item, it'll tell you the crafting requirements. So to make another one, I need more wood. So to put that in our hotbar, you go from your craftables, you can go back to your inventory items, and you can hit R1 and L1 to switch between the two. You can go down and double tap X, and that'll put it in your hotbar. Now you can see we want to push left arrow to pull that up. And now when we hit trees, we're going to get thatch, and we'll occasionally get some wood. So the pickaxe and the hatchet that we're going to make soon, they work a little different. The pickaxe is going to kind of give you secondary. If you look at the top, I'm getting more thatch and a little bit of wood. So when I'm able to craft my axe, we'll get a lot more wood, and we'll only get a little bit of... Oh, I don't want to tangle with that guy right now. But we'll get a lot more wood and a smaller amount of thatch. So, you can see at the top it says level up is available, access in the inventory. So what that is, we want to apply that here in this column. Right here. So what I'm going to do first is go ahead and... I think I'll up my stamina, because we're not going to be riding anything. When you upgrade these, it gives you engram points. So basically your engram points you spend on blueprints. So first thing we want to learn is the hatchet. We're definitely going to need a campfire to cook any food. And we'll start out probably with spears as soon as we get some more points. Now, it does take a little bit of grinding when you're starting out. And here's something that I had a hard time with. So, if we don't have a tool in our hand, you hit triangle, and you can harvest the bushes. Pretty simple. But, you have to take the tool out of your hand to be able to harvest. If you see, it says equip fists or torch. So you actually have to take it out of your hand to be able to harvest the bushes and whatnot. And you can also punch. Not a good idea to punch dinosaurs unless your melee level's way up. Now if you look at the bottom right, I haven't actually figured out what the arrow is with the plus sign. I believe that means that I'm still regenning health if I should get hurt. And you can't see it real good. Maybe if I turn a little bit. There's basically a weight underneath that, and that's how heavy you are, how many items you're carrying, and each item has its own weight. Underneath that, you'll see my hydration, which is really simple. If you need to hydrate, you can literally stand in the rain or go underwater, and that's a lot of... those salmon will tear you up. But as you can see, you go underwater, you hydrate. Now you can eventually make skins to hold water. You can eventually get to a point that you can make irrigation systems and actually put a water tap in your house, base, fort, whatever you want to call it. So underneath that is food. You can eat berries, you can eat cooked meat, you can eat some raw meat. Some of it makes you sick. Like the fish, I believe you can eat raw. The meat, you really don't want to. So the lightning bolt is basically your stamina, which goes down as you sprint or swim. And underneath that is health, which is self-explanatory. Now I've put in about 3 or 4 hours on this game. I played a little bit local. On a single player. I've also played a little bit on a PvE multiplayer server. I did not get into the PvP, which I may do eventually. We'll see how this series goes. So first things first, we want to grind a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and just collect some stuff and level up. We'll try and get some clothes made. And we're going to try and build our first little house in this episode. I'm not sure if we're going to get that far or not. Now what I try... oh, okay. So here is... I don't know if there's one around here. Let me see. These ruins you kind of want to investigate because occasionally you'll find a box. And in those boxes will have all kinds of different things. So far I've found like dinosaur dossiers in it, and it'll explain a little bit about the dinosaurs and tell you a little bit about them. And last I read, I believe they have about 60 different dinosaurs on here. And those different dinosaurs can all look different. But, yeah, we're just going to keep grinding here. Trying to level up a little bit so I can unlock some more. There's one. So let's go ahead and add this. And I think we're going to put this in weight, because when you get to building houses, you need a lot of wood, and your weight tends to go up pretty quick. And what we're going to do, we're going to unlock the spears. Now these spears break somewhat easily, so you'll see when we start to crafting those, you want to craft quite a few. We'll go ahead with thatch foundation, and we'll take the thatch walls. And the next things we want to get are the thatch door frames, and after that we'll get the thatch doors. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and grind a little bit and try and unlock that stuff, and we'll be right back. Okay guys, so I have a couple levels to put on here. I went ahead and crossed over, so I'm out in the light a little bit more on this beach. Just crossed the river. So, we're going to go back into our menu. I think I'm going to put... Let's see here. I'm going to put this on my melee damage. And that is going to allow us to learn the door frame. The door, thatch door, and thatch roof. Now this is basically just a flat roof. Once you unlock this, you can unlock the actual sloped roofs and angled roofs. So this is if you wanted like an actual pitched roof. So let's go ahead, and we need to eat. So there's a couple ways you can eat. You go to your inventory, you hover over food and hit R2, and your character will eat. The narco berries, we'll get to those. Don't eat them. If you eat enough, they will knock you out. You're going to use these more than anything for taming dinosaurs that you can actually ride and use to attack or whatnot. But we'll get to all that. Basically, I just want to try and get a... see, I hope these guys stay away from me. I just want to get a little hut built for today before it gets too late. Now, when it gets dark in this game, it is definitely dark. Don't know that I can actually change the settings on that, but we'll see. And it looks like the sun is starting to go down. Now those lights you see are drops, and those giant towers I haven't really messed with yet. But we'll eventually get over there and explore that and see what we can find. Now these drops, these supply drops, are different colors, and you have to be certain rank to unlock a certain color. That dude, okay, I don't think he's gonna bother us. So real quick, let's go to our craftables. What do I need to make spears? Flint. So I want to get a couple spears made, just in case we get rushed here. And I'm surprised that's actually giving us pretty equal parts flint and stone. Well, we're definitely getting more flint. So now there's a couple ways you can do this. I can take this blueprint and I can put it down in my hotbar. Now, to get to the square, triangle, circle, X, left, right, you hold the L1. I don't know if you can see that in the bar. But now I can just tap this to make some spears. You might think 3 is a lot, but really 3 is not a lot at all. Now I'm going to keep that there, and what I'm going to do is take my spears and put them in my inventory. I actually want to move those because I want to make an stone axe or hatchet. So we'll make one of those, and I also am going to need a torch. So Go back to our inventory. Throw this on our hotbar and this on our hotbar. So thatch foundation. What am I missing? Wood. Okay, that's pretty simple. Pop our axe out here. Now, the way I put the spear blueprint in my hotbar, you can do that pretty much with any blueprint. But you still have to put the item in your hotbar to place it. Which isn't too bad. Okay, so we're hungry again. Now, tomorrow I'm not going to mess around in the water this late at night when it's dark. I should have plenty of berries to get me through. I'm actually just going to go ahead and eat all these. Now, here's another trick. Instead of hitting the R2 button 31 times, I can put that in my hotbar, hold down the spot it's in, and you'll eat it all a lot faster. Okay, so let me get, let's see here actually. How many can I make? I want to make a 4x4. And we'll start out with that. So we'll go back here. Drop this in our hotbar. And we're going to get started here. Now, as you can see on the bottom left, the crafting symbol that just disappeared, that makes you walk a little bit slower while you're crafting. I should go check that out, but I don't feel like crossing the water right now. The snowflake, of course, means I'm cold. As you get colder, it'll turn into a ice cube, and you will eventually die. And you can see the little weight there, and that's basically just because I'm encumbered with all this stuff. So let's go ahead. You know what? Let me see here. I'm actually going to stay back just a little bit. I think we'll go over here. Oh, this is killer moving this slow. Yeah, let's do this. And as you can see, every time I drop weight, my character gets a little faster. Okay. That's pretty good. Now, you can see in my hotbar I still have the... We'll go ahead and make one more. We still have the foundation. Now, every time you select that, you're going to make one if you have what you need in your inventory. So I want to go ahead and remove that. And now what we're going to make are the walls. And I need, actually, let me see here. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. And we're just going to leave this open. Alright, so I need 8 walls. And I can make, if you look down here, let me just highlight it. It says craft all 18. So that's how many I can make. I don't need that many. I think I needed 9. And we'll go ahead and throw this in our hotbar and start putting up walls. So you can use R2 or X to place it. And we'll just throw these all up real quick. And I just pooped. Yeah, I know. It's silly, but everybody does it. Now, what you're going to use that for eventually is fertilizer, because you can actually make, as you level up, you'll be able to make... Oh, I made a couple extra walls, didn't I? That's okay. We'll just hold on to those. But as you level up, you'll be able to make... what are they called? Like planting boxes, basically, for gardening and growing. You know, you could plant seeds and you have to throw fertilizer in there. And, you know, if you want them to grow even better... don't know if I made a door or not. If you want them to grow better, you can actually build the irrigation systems, and it'll water them for you, and they'll grow fairly quick. So where is our... we want this. And this. Now, as you level up, you can make wooden items, like wooden foundations, wooden walls. Right now, we're working with thatch because we're low level. And I actually put that on backwards. Didn't want to do that. So, let's go ahead and get rid of this. Just want it to look right. We'll make another one. And once we get a roof on this, this'll... oh, geez, thought he was coming after me. Once we get a roof on this... do I have to be inside? Oh. Alright. That's fine. But as I was saying, once we get a roof on this, it'll actually insulate us, and we won't be cold at night. Let me just do this. I'm going to throw the door here. Get rid of those. And since we made them, this isn't exactly how I wanted to make it, but it'll work. So we'll put one there. And we'll put one there. And there we go. Okay, so next up we need our roof. Now here's the thing. I really don't want to make the flat roof. Let's level up here. Let's see. Let's go melee. We have 8 points to spend. And we're going to be one short. We need this, so I need one more point, which is fine. We're not too far off from leveling up. Basically, this number will go up just, as you can see, just sitting here. It just popped up 1/10. Once it gets to 120, we'll level up again. So let's go ahead and we'll just do a little bit of mining here. Now, like I said, you know, everybody plays games differently. I kind of level up as I go. Didn't have too much of a problem on my local. Didn't have too much of a problem on the PvE. If you're playing PvP, you're probably going to want to grind, get your level up pretty quick. You're probably going to want to get in a tribe. A tribe is basically a clan. And I'm way too heavy now. So as you can see, I can't even move. So let's take a look here. My weight, I have a max capacity of 110 and I'm carrying 112. So let's go ahead, we'll just eat. You can drop 5 pounds just by eating this. So that puts me just under. I still can't move. Let's put this in the hotbar. And I hate to eat it all, but I need to be able to move. Alright, let me get back over here. We're gonna have to unlock the storage chest here pretty soon. Where's my next level? Alright, let's craft something. You know what, let's craft some more spears. Maybe that'll get me enough. Well, it's changing my weight a little bit, so that's alright. And I'm actually going to make one more foundation. That'll be our little porch right here. And what do I need? Oh, I need one more point. Let me, let's see, will this get it? There we go. Alright, so we're definitely going to put this on wait for now. I'm not too worried about melee. We can dump a bunch of points on that later. Right now, when you're crafting, you need to be able to move. So we just need the sloped roof. So we'll learn that. And let's see here. I think we'll go with the storage box just so I can ditch some stuff when need be. Okay. Alright, let's see here. So now you can see we've got those blueprints unlocked. Let's go ahead and make a storage box so we can get rid of some of this. And I didn't make a campfire yet for here either. So I need 1 flint. Let's grab one of those. Get out our pick. And there we go. Painfully slow. And of course I didn't get any flint. Hunting's going crazy. I really should have dumped a bunch of my stuff. See, I can't even jump right now. I'm so heavy. There we go. There's flint. So let's go ahead and maybe this will make us lighter. I doubt it. We'll make our campfire. There we go. That's a little better. Alright, we'll put this inside. I'm thinking right up here. So we want to put our storage box down and our campfire. So we'll put that right there. And if you hold down triangle, you can see you can set pin code, demolish. You can name your storage box and access your inventory. We'll get, actually what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and put my seeds in here. I didn't mean to eat it. So if you double tap X, you'll put one at a time in. If you hold it down, you'll put the whole stack. So we will combine these and put that over there. Put our poop in there. And stemberries, you really don't want to eat it unless you absolutely have to. Just because they will dehydrate you pretty quick. And now let's put down our fire. We'll put this... you know what? Let's put it... Well, I'm going to need room for a bed. We'll put it right here. And we can always add on to this if we have to. Now, I don't have anything to cook in here right now, but you want to access your inventory. You put wood. We'll take half of this. Hold down X, you'll put the whole stack in. And we will light a fire. So now we can actually see. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to wait until daylight and we'll be right back. Okay guys, so I got everything crafted here. We're going to try and get our roof put up here as quickly as we can. Just got to clear out some of my inventory. We can put this up for now. We'll put it back later. Let's see here. We need those. Oh no. I think I made too many of the wrong ones. That's okay. Let's just see here. Alright, so that'll be there. That will be there. And yeah, so we're gonna need So I need 2 lefts, which I could have swore I made. Clearly I didn't. Okay. So let's go back over here. That's right. This is left. And I need to make 1 more. So I need thatch and fiber. That's not too hard. Let's just go grab that real quick. Still getting used to that. I gotta... Oh, this is gonna take forever. Just a little bit more fiber. And just a little bit of thatch. And let's see, we should be able to make 1 more. Right? Okay, so there's our left sides. Alright, now I could have just put a flat roof on here. That's not much fun. I would say probably in a PvP, you're going to want to just make whatever box you can. Thing about PvP is anybody can attack you or your structures. So something like this, it's going to be hard to make it. And I may try it one of these days. There's that. I don't think it'll be anytime soon. There's that. Okay, so let's finish this up. And I'm going to need a couple more of these. Okay, I need 1 more. And of course I don't have enough to make it, so sloped roof, 1 thatch, and a couple fibers, so that's not too bad, and I don't weigh too much now. So we'll take this. Let's get a little bit more just to make sure. And let's get some fiber. And we need 2 more fiber. Come on. There we go. So since I already have that in my hotbar, I can craft it right from there without going into the menu. And we can start finishing this up. So this will go there. And I need what? 1 more wall. Shoot, I actually wasn't going to do it like this. I actually wanted to do this. Well, you know what? That'll work for today. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode up here. It's a pretty long episode, I believe. But if you enjoy this video, if you enjoy this game, make sure you hit that thumbs up. If you want to see more, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And we'll see how this video goes. I'm definitely going to play more myself. And we'll see what your response is. And possibly we'll post some more. So, as always, thanks for spending your time watching my video. And we'll see you next time.